scrimmage and 2 touchdowns, with Zeke sitting out with a calf injury. With the Cowboys win and every other NFC East team losing yesterday, Dallas is now second in the division, just a game behind Washington. Michael Vick is still with us. So, Mike, I feel like I've asked you this before, but right now, who wins the NFC East?
Man, look, Skip ain't gonna like this, and Shannon probably won't either. Shannon probably disagree, regardless. But I'm gonna say the Eagles. I'm gonna say the Eagles because crazier things have happened, and while I do think we're gonna beat the Cowboys this week, you know, I know the Cowboys had a good week last week. Tony Pollard ran wild, and they got some plays made on the defense, some interceptions, and it looked good. I really feel like, you know, we're gonna beat the Cowboys this weekend, and we're going to beat the football team in week 17. And then, you know, however that shake up, I don't know, something's going to happen, and we're going to eventually end up in it. I'm just looking at it like this. I got to support my squad. And there's been a lot of ups and downs, man. And I'm, you know, I might be rooting with my heart right now, but I like what I see with my team, and I think they've been playing hard. And I think it's going to be a lot of letdowns come down the stretch, man. So, you know, there you go. That's my take, Jenny.
Either you need to get LASIK like Skip, or you need to borrow my glasses, because I don't see that. I don't see that. You understand how Skip looked at me? I looked at him like,
I already know. I knew the reaction I was going to get.
I'm going to take Washington because I think they're going to render this all a moot point come Sunday at about 2:35.
Yep.
Now about 2:35 it'll be over. Everything but the shout.
So you think
we're
by
gonna let the church out.
It'll be over.
The only thing left is the benediction. You know what? You had a church. You been in there. You like praying. Hey, the benediction. We dismiss.
And that's when you wake up in church, right?
That's when get your caps. They already ordered the caps. Got I don't know what what's the logo? I guess it got WFT on the Washington.
I don't know.
The Washington football team, Skip. I guess that's that. I'm not gonna take a whole lot of your time, Skip. I know this your baby. You want to talk about it? I'm going. Washington will beat Carolina, and Washington will be the NFC East champ. Done.
As much as I love Jalen Hurts, I am not seeing the Eagles. I don't even know if it's mathematically possible for the Eagles with that tie to roar back. I guess it is. But
it is.
Okay. All right. So the point is, it all comes down to, as I told Shannon a week ago, to unbelievably, the whole NFC East season comes down to Carolina at Washington. Who knew before the season started? Carolina at Washington. Carolina's lost 8 of 9 games, but I'm going to give Carolina about a 20% chance of pulling off the upset of the year, which would vault my Cowboys, I believe, to the title and to a home playoff game. So what has Carolina done while losing 8 of 9? They lost by 1 point at Minnesota, by 2 points to my homeboy in his home, by only 3 points to Drew Brees and the Saints at New Orleans, and only 8 to Aaron Rodgers. And I thought they were going to get back in the game the other night at Green Bay. So they are game. They will fight you. They got that old college try going under their new college coach, Matt Rule. And Teddy Bridgewater will not quit. He will keep coming at you as average a talent as he is. He will fight you. And he's got not 1 or 2, he's got 3 receivers who can run by you. And DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, and Curtis Samuel's the fastest one of all. But the other 2 have already gone over 1,000 yards. They have enough weapons that with all the pressure now on the Washington football team, knowing that they have to close this deal, starting with the home game, then they finish at Jalen. So they're at Jalen. It's already Jalen's team, so I say at Jalen. So I think with the pressure mounting, maybe it depends on, obviously, is it Dwayne Haskins? Is it Alex Smith? I don't really care because Alex Smith was horrible against the 49ers before he got hurt. I figure they'll rush him back in. I don't think he'll be much better than Dwayne Haskins was. I think there's a chance Carolina pulls it off. And if they do, you are in big trouble because my team has caught fire.
Skip, how many times have you just saw this with Romo? All you had to do was win 1 game. You had to go to Philly, win. You win 1 game against the Giants for 3 years in a row, and you lost.
My team just won the turnover battle 4-0. My team just put up 41 after putting up 30 the week before. I'm exploding.
Okay.
I've sprung back to life.
You see, I try to spare you.
As you should. As you should, Skip.
Yeah.
As you should.
Look, I know you get your hopes up. I mean, I used to be like that as kids. Santa had to filled out my list, and they told me Santa was going to bring it. And when Christmas came, Santa there was nothing on that list that I requested that was up under that tree.
Okay.
Now, I know what you requested, but it's not up under that tree.
I never requested anything. But I still believe in Santa Claus, and I still believe in the Dallas Cowboys' chances in the NFC least. It is the least.
Skip.
This is made. It's perfect.
No,
it's just perfect.
Skip.
It's happening right before your very eyes.
You know, a part of me really wants you guys to come down to the last game, and then you lose at the end. God, the hurt, the disappointment. There's nothing like the bite. Can you imagine? He get all geeked up. And then my guy, Red, who's on the COVID list, who will be back just in time to hand y'all that L.
Jason Garrett, offensive coordinator for the New York Giants, and we finish at Giants. We can beat the Giants.
Find a way.
Yeah, I trust us beating the Giants a lot more than I trust us beating Jalen right now. And Jalen's this Sunday.
Well, if you lose Sunday, it's over.
It's over. But we will know, because we play the late afternoon game, we will know the outcome of Washington and Carolina.
What I'm anticipating is that the football team beats Carolina and the Eagles blow you guys out because you realize you don't have nothing to play for.
Well, that's
what I anticipate, Mike.
Yeah, so my very worst nightmare would be if we win out and still lose the division. That would be the worst nightmare.
Why would that be worse?
Because we'd lose our draft pick. We'd tumble out of the top 10.
Yeah, you're already at 8 right now. Keep winning.
Okay, but if we win our last 2, we'll end up at 12 or somewhere, right?
That's a good.
And it'll be like also ran. So we'll lose on both fronts.
Skip, you do realize that somebody in the NFC or somebody or the Rams or somebody like that, and you're going to be one and done.
Well, I'll take a home playoff game.
It's all about making it.
Andy Dalton, he makes plays, makes big plays. Huh?
Tampa hang 100 on y'all.
Okay. This season for Skip has been a... Tom Brady found himself trailing the Falcons 24-7 in the third quarter before mounting a comeback. Brady and the Bucs ended up going on a 24-3 run that was capped off by a 46-yard touchdown pass to Antonio Brown. Brady finished the game with 390 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no turnovers. Michael Vick still with us right now. So, Mike, please, could you give Brady a letter grade for his performance yesterday?
I'm going to give Tom a B+. And that's the Tom I like to see. I like to see Tom, not always, in dire straight situations, but I like to see the GOAT emerge when he needs to, and overcoming the 17-point deficit actually 2 times in this game really showed us that Tom still has the patience to sit in the pocket regardless of what and still hammer it out. I said to myself yesterday I wanted to see all the stars shine bright, and I think they did, and it started with Tom. And even though I still don't think they protecting him the best they should, he's moving around a lot, and I think Tom has watched a lot of opposing quarterbacks on tape play against the defenses that he's about to face and see him moving around and scrambling. And Tom didn't have a lot of that in him yesterday, but he had some in him yesterday. And he worked the pocket, he moved, he got on the move a couple times. And I thought he extended plays just a little. And it was enough, but more so than anything, it was about the patience and the presence and the wherewithal to stay within the framework of the offense and the game. And it's easy to start just chucking balls down the field and start trying to pick up first downs and getting out of character. He didn't do that. He stayed within the framework of the offense. He played his game and ultimately found himself back in the game and able to win it. And, it was vintage Tom Brady making the plays he was supposed to make. And I'm going to give him a strong B because that was one of his best performances of the year. And I don't think that Atlanta Falcons defense is a horrible defense.
Mike, stop playing.
Bad at times. They're bad at times, but they play hard. They rush the pass. They hit Tom. They rush. Sometimes they cover. Sometimes they don't. It's a divisional opponent, and I know the magnitude of that game, Shannon. That's why I say that. So it's just not an easy game by any stretch. You just can't walk into Atlanta and beat them. You got to go earn it.
I'm looking at my notes. It says the Atlanta Falcons have the 2nd worst pass defense in the NFL.
What, to Tampa's?
Let me see that. Make sure I'm reading that again. The Atlanta Falcons have the 2nd worst pass defense in the NFL, and actually the Seattle. But anyway, Interesting. So let me ask you a question, Mike. You say you graded, you gave him a grade. So so was it a two-part test? Was it an essay and multiple choice? Or we just do an essay and just multiple choice? Because I want to know what the grade you gave him for the first half, 60 yards, 5 first downs.
Listen, I don't give first half and second half grades. I give an overall grade for the overall performance, Shay. I mean, give me the benefit of the doubt on that, baby. I don't want to get into an issue on that.
Okay.
And look, I mean, I can do that because every test I ever took, it was always one grade. You know what I mean? It won't anything outside of that.
Hold on, Mike. You took the SAT, right? Right. So it was 2 parts, right? So you just scored us like 1,600, or did you get like 800, 700 for one part, 800 for the other part?